time to get... Zeke, how's it going? Welcome to the blueprints. Where we last left off, I was starting my third page of notes. We can see right over here, I've got one page of notes. Got a second page of notes from something that seems like it'll be important. So a whole bunch of things and logs and stuff. And then we are starting our third page to document where the chess, what chess piece is in each room. Yes, that is an interesting thing to walk into. Also, this room up here, the one with the planet and the box, the letter is between, because it was like paint, draw. It's supposed to be create. I was talking with my significant other, and that's what she was able to like. What about create and crate? I love her. So, create and crate means E. If we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes is what I'm thinking it says, but I'll have to figure out. We're 6 hours in. And only completing day 5. On to day 6. Let's see if we can figure this out. Now, we're going to be figuring out... We're going to have to document where each chess piece is. Because I first thought, oh, chess pieces. That looks important. And then I thought it was a red herring. Turns out, nope, it is very important for probably one of the final puzzles. So we're going to start off with a lot of steps. 90, because of the sauna we had yesterday, I still have one other permanent addition I still need to unlock. So this is like a language game, solve the puzzle game. Sort of. This is... You're tasked with finding the hidden room, the 46th room. If you can find it, this entire estate is yours. The thing is the estate changes every single day. But I've been unlocking some stuff, so like you don't start off the game with this thing I'm heading over to now, but we want to start each day off going over here to... the hovel makes it to where my gems are pointless, so I'd rather have gems. Trading posts so I can buy stuff at all times, or the root cellar rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today, which requires me to find green rooms. And it also has its own spots for shovels. I want to get the trading post today just to figure out what kind of stuff it actually sells. Alrighty. Why can I click the TNT? Dynamite, a little too dangerous to pick up. All right, well, I like the art style. Yeah, it's really, really cool. So this is a new box for me. So these mountain symbols are for R something. The rest of it is out. But these are supposed to be... signify yellow. Can I click this? Okay. So if we click this, this will turn yellow, this will turn yellow. All right, so we have found out. All right, I get it. All right, we're going to reset this. If I click these, they go upwards, and that's it. So we're going to reset it again. So the goal, because if I click this, it'll rotate clockwise the yellow square around the pink. And I need to get these yellows into the corner because these symbols are supposed to be yellow. How's it going, Yappy? We just started and found a puzzle right away. So if we remember from our notes from that book yesterday that I spent like 30 minutes on, these mountain symbols are also supposed to be with the yellow color. And if there's a yellow in one of these corners, then it lights up. So if I click... Doing all right? That's good to hear. Okay. We're going to reset it. That's going to go here. These are both going to go up. There we go. You have been rewarded an allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. Yes, I start off with money. Yes. Ooh. Okay, so I'm assuming that means that I start off with money. That's my assumption. I don't actually know what that means, but it makes sense to me. I really wish that there was some music playing in here. So I love the ambient music that that the game tends to have that makes you go. All right, what do we got in here? You have no items to trade. Okay, so this doesn't take money. It takes items. Good to know. And I'm not seeing any items in here for me to just pick up. Interesting. Dynamite a little too dangerous to pick up. All right. So... so yell in 4 corners, I will sing. What are you singing? Sing atmosphere music that Toby wants. Hey, much appreciated. So if we also remember, we unlocked all 4 of the flames so we can go downstairs. We need to figure out those chess pieces so we can get 1 of each chess piece in the house on a day so we can go downstairs below and line them up. Oh, wait, I don't have the... All right. So I still have yet to figure out this letter. So the letter is a middle one for this. These 2 pictures, again, are mostly the same, but it'll be like row and road, but there's going to be 1 letter missing in one of the words. Like ace and face. It is an F. All right. Which brings us to... I spent hours trying to figure this out yesterday. And then I was just going to joke and be like, ace, and what would be a word that you could put in front of ace? Face. That's a face card. So right now, we are missing 5 letters on this, which reads... Something we canoe. I don't know what that word's supposed to be. Small gates, 8 dates. Oh, wait, I'm missing 6 letters. So this tile here, I need to put an actual room because I keep putting like a hall in there. All right. Well, we're going to go this way. Or, you know what? We're going to try to get to that room. Spare room. This room's going to have nothing in it. Billiard room. That's perfect. All right, let's complete this puzzle. All right, 5, 4, so plus, minus, multiply, divide. Divided by 2 is 2. 13 plus 2 is 15. Divided by 3 is 5. 20 plus 3 minus 3 times 3 divided by 6 is 10. By the way, every single time I do one of these puzzles, it gets more complicated. 2 keys! That's really good. All right. Oh, drawing room is perfect. But the reading nook can give us a library, but I think the library would face the wrong way. I should probably just grab the drawing room. Now, the thing about this room is there's a lot of painting is in here. That made me go, how interesting. Does this phone use operational? Nah, because it's not operational because it's not a smartphone, therefore I can't use it. I can't help but think that these paintings are all a clue of some sort. All right, let's get an actual room. Ooh, the chapel is actually not bad to get. I'm forgetting to look at puzzle pieces about the chess pieces. Oh, but if I pick up the chapel here, then I don't get the paintings. The only one that'll actually give me the paintings is the guest bedroom. All right, so we're going to be turning around here. We grab our gem. We got our 10 plus 10 steps. We're back at 90. Where are my paintings? All right, we have a mountain. Peas. Peaks. It is a K. Alrighty, so we have verified small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Which means I need to get to rank 8 and figure out the rest of those letters. But dates means is a clue for the safe codes. Yep, and they're talking about that. All right, so this is the guest bedroom. So I need to write this down. chest. Bedroom. We're looking for a chess piece. Pawn. I'm not too worried about pawn pieces. I'm not fond of pawns. This room is the drawing room. What's going to be in here? There's also a chance there's no chess pieces in here, but it's also a pawn. Okay. Stalin, he drawing Stalin. Oh, we want to get the center or go around the side. So I kind of want to go back to the billiard room. There's nothing in the spare room. Oh, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that down. You know what? Let's try. Ooh, a closet for 2 items or the observatory. It does eat up a gem, but it gives me another star. I like getting an observatory. It gives me stuff. You learn all about the fertility of the lands. You learned all about the fertility of the lands now. You all right? Reading nook is bad. I'm going to go ahead and grab the observatory here. And then observatory is a knight. So going along the outside is kind of interesting. Yeah, it can be. I mean, in one theory, you'd want to go like all the way and make sure you have stuff pointing on the inside or something of some forth, because it's easier for you to work around the outsides and go in. I don't know. It really depends. So what is going to be our stars for today? Because we have 6 stars. The twins. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. And a diamond! This is our first 2 constellation one. Awesome. I really don't want to cause this to be a dead end, but a storeroom's nice. It gives me money, gives me a gem, gives me a key. I don't need a letter from this room. Do I go forward, or do I go backwards first? I think we go ahead and continue going forward. Not seeing any chess pieces in here. All right, corridor. There's a chance that hallways also don't have one. Corridor is none. Break the vase. Hey, hot! Hey, hot! This is the same vase that's used in Repo, is it not? Ooh, a chapel. And while I have no money, that's actually pretty good. Now, we also know the chapel has a bishop. We know that for certain. There's the bishop. Right over here. Now, I don't want to keep going up one. I want to explore these other rooms, but the further I go, the harder it is to just, you know, justify turning around. Oh, the terrace. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. See, the interesting thing about this is it would cause this to be a dead end. The pantry would be a dead end. All of these are going to be dead ends. I think I'm going to go ahead and invest in the terrace. Oh, but the storeroom is nice. I don't need any letters except for on rows 8 and 9. So I don't need to specifically grab the storeroom. We can grab the terrace. But I also could use a key. Well, I'm going to not be able to get the money because the chapel's immediately to take it. We're going to go ahead and just grab the terrace. Oh, I love the look of this. Ooh, spiffing cup of tea. Shovel! Yes, we got the shovel. This could be useful for digging. Terrace is none. Unless I'm missing it. There's no chess pieces in this terrace. In fact, I'm currently outside, so the terrace really is just this area. I'm not seeing any chess piece. This is the first time seeing the terrace, so I wonder... That's a different statue than what I'm familiar with. Because it's not one of my lovely ladies. Yeah. It's a different figure. Go figure! Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and try to open up a secret passage. A reading nook is really good here, because a parlor just goes down. I'm going to grab the reading nook. You will always draw a library while drafting this room. And this points upwards. And we also know that the nook, this one's now a reading nook, because I had upgraded it. I got lucky with that. Nook is a rook. Because there's the rook. Alright. We have plenty of steps. I'm actually going to go backwards. And we're going to go back to try to get these spaces filled up. And get ourselves some more resources. Probably not gold, though. But also, because I already have the drawing room. This is the billiard room. Billiard room. None. Yeah, I'm not seeing any chess pieces in here. check here one more time in case a bottle is being deceptive. And we're sure about nothing in there. All right, so no chess pieces in the billiard room. There's nothing in the spare room. You can write that down. Spare room. None. All right, so here's our 2 chests. Ooh, you got the letter from here yet? I just made the connection, and it's a fun aha moment looking at the drawings. You got the letter from... Made the connect... I don't think so. I don't know if I've gotten the letter. Oh, yeah. The face and the ace. Yeah. I finally got it. I was going to be making an example like, what if it was like ace and some word in front of ace, which is like F, face. It's a face card. It's an... Yeah. Oh, the billiard room? Oh, yeah. That one is an S. I'll show it again. But... we are nearly complete on all of our letters. We literally just have 8s and 9s are left. So we're really close to having that uncovered. But they did a good job and made it to where it's hard to understand the full message without actually getting, like, all of the letters. So, good job on their part. Now, I have the option to open up these 2 chests with keys. I only have the shovel, and I want to keep the shovel. Yeah, stag and tag. I felt super smart for a second. You should feel smart. It's nice little puzzles. I'm going to go ahead and use these. Only if... Ooh, that was bad. We're not opening up the other one. Hallway... Hallway. None. Alrighty. Oh yeah, and then this one is a mediocre green room here. Ooh, boudoir. If I could figure out the safe code... Because small gates, 8 dates. Small gates. Crack 8 safes. I think I'm gonna go and just grab the bedroom. Ooh, food. Ooh, a den is nice. Yeah, den is very nice here. Oh. Right, and so the den is a pawn. I completely forgot. Oh, I already have the den written down as a pawn. And what about just the bedroom? Guest bedroom has a pawn. Bedroom has a pawn. You don't have to worry about where pawns are, is what I'm learning from this. And it's okay, we're not burning steps by going here, because we gain 2 and lose 2 every single time we go through it. Ooh. If I could find a sledgehammer, that'd be great. So I think... So we can encourage ourselves to make sure we go through the hallway. We're going to go this way first. I don't want the kitchen. I mean, the kitchen's nice. I could grab a closet. 2 items, potential sledgehammer. Could also just give me something like a gem and a key or a coin. Coins would be useless. Pantry's nice here. I think we'll go ahead and grab the pantry. Chess piece, chess piece. Look for pantry, chess piece. Interesting. Looks like none. Definitely looks like a none to me. None. Ooh, a nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. I don't think I'm worried about steps. Yikes. This is all bad. I think we just take the closet here. Oh, we got a dice. And we got a key. I'm not seeing any chess pieces in this very narrow closet. Closet is none. Well, that's a shame. We're going to try to go through the entrance hall and get this one extra room over here. I did now get an extra key. Come on, more keys. Dang. Hey, but 2 dice is great. That's actually, like, really good to get 2 dice. We're not going to lose too many steps by doing this, which is great. It's a good thing I drafted the bedroom. Issue is I'm going, oh, but what if there's keys in there? Gymnasium. Whenever you enter the gymnasium, lose 2 steps. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Gymnasium. None. So far, the red rooms are not giving me any. And we could definitely grab the storeroom here. Because it is a dead end, so it's a perfect room to put here. And the storeroom has a pawn. I don't have that written yet. Storeroom. Pawn. Awesome. Check to make sure there's not anything like a sledgehammer I'm missing. Not seeing anything. All right. So we're going to try to go up through the den. All right, we need a room that goes directly upwards. West Wing Hall. Works. So I guess it's good enough. Okay. West Wing Hall. None. Right now, we have pieces for the knight, bishop, rook, and pawn, but I still need to find the queen and the king. Now, I know one of them is in the office. I just don't remember which one it is. West Wing will be closed until further notice. Interesting. Parlor? I don't have car keys, so we'll grab the parlor here. We'll grab our wind-up key. Alrighty, one lie, one truth, and one other. The gems are in the box with the word blue on it. Well, this has the word blue on it. This has no words on it. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. So this is false. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. Because if this is true, well, these two could both be true and this is false? Ooh, pawn. Parlor is a pawn. Lots of pawns. It's definitely figuring out where certain pieces are. So let's say this is true. If this is true, then it's either in this box or this box. And this says it would be in this box and this says nothing. If this is false, the gems are in a box with the word blue on it. That means this would be false. And this is true? How many are true? One is guaranteed true. One has to be true. One has to be a lie. And the other one is either a truth or a lie. The issue is it's either... Because this is saying the gems are in a box with the word blue on it, which means if this is true, it's either in this box or this box, because this also has the word blue on it. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. It means it would be this, which also says that this is true. And I don't know what blank means is the issue. Yeah, this one's a tricky puzzle. How many are true? So if this is false, I don't know what this means if this is false. But let's say this is false. Then this has the word blue on it, and this has the word blue on it. Therefore, this, the gems have to be in here. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. It would have to also be false, which means this would have to be true. The issue is this could be working both ways, because we don't know what blank means. Is it possible for one to be true and the other to be false? The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. It could be this or this. And this could be false. And then this could be either. Or maybe this doesn't count because there's no message. Therefore, one of these has to be true and one of these has to be false, meaning it's in the black box. Let's go! That's what that means. I just gave you a reasoning about why it would have been each of these boxes, and I don't like that. All right, but what we have learned is this is telling us that if it's blank, that means if we go to this rule over here, there will always be at least one box which displays only a true statement, and there will always be one box that displays only a false statement. And that's what this is here. So one of these had to be false, one of these had to be true. This has no statement on it. Got it. It's about the wording of the rules. Right. Okay, so I have to redraw. Ooh, a courtyard. And I have shovels. We got pebbles. Absolutely nothing. And another box. An old can, not worth picking up. Man! I went from these dirt piles are amazing to why am I even bothering? We're going to have to remember that this is here. The courtyard has none. I'm going to double check really fast, which is telling me that orange rooms don't have pieces, but green rooms also don't have pieces. Which means for chess pieces, we got to be looking for the purple and the blue rooms. Most notably, the blue rooms. This is guaranteed to be unlocked. Dining room, sure. Dang. Dining room. Pawn. That's a shame. I wish I could see what this meal would be so I could figure it out. But I'm 3 rooms away from... Ooh... I'm not made of steps, so I can't just run all the way back and open up the library here. But I'm also worried the library is just going to point into this dining room. So we're going to try to go up here. Oh, security. That is a good room for us to find here. Security has a knight. Security seems super powerful. Oh, it is. A lot of good stuff in security. So I don't have a key card yet, which is unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and modify security. Key card system. Set security level. We're going to set it to low. Change offline mode, switch it to unlocked, confirm setting, back, return security menu, view estate inventory, we have 2. I missed a key card. keycard system settings. We're gonna switch that to high. Log it to network. Swan song. Staff services. Special orders. The commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. The brass compass is nice. Magnifying glass, metal detector, running shoes. We'll go ahead and approve that order. I don't need them, but data transfers. All right. Ah, the key card is here. We also have to find more music pages. First words on the something something message. On the something 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 message. So I'll have to find more music pages hiding somewhere. It saves you some steps. Yeah, I was about to run all the way back. Oh, where the heck is it? Okay. All right, so security. We're gonna hopefully get a room that goes both ways. The dark room. All right, we're gonna go this way. Or do I go all the way back around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 steps to go all the way back around. It's really bad. I think I try to get a nice room with the drawing room. Like the passageway. That way I don't have to go all the way back around. That's a security door. Running out of keys at this rate. There's the library. Oh yeah, there's a passageway. There's nothing in the passageway. I'm not even gonna bother. There's nothing in this passageway. All right, so the fixed stars is in the observatory. I don't need this book. Swim bird. History. Drafting strategy was actually useful for some tips. The pump system user manual. I don't think I need. History sounds important. Swim Bird, there are articles referring to this book, and Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. So I think both of these books are going to be useful. A small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I'm going to try to... there's Orinda again. Is that one of the names of the sigils? Maybe. Might be the red ones. So, I think that is still going to be the correct book for us to go with. Run upstairs really fast. I don't think there's anything else up here. The other one's a scrapbook, but we'll take a look at the scrapbook. Maybe there might be some important information in here. My first claim ticket. My favorite floor plan is the courtyard. Of course it would be. It's such a good room. Gotta take my socks off. Most drafted is security. Yeah, security's good. Hallway, observatory. Of course those are. Most paid for, passageway. Yeah. Most time spent in the classroom, and then security, and then the entrance hall. Interesting. Contraptions. I've not made a single contraption. Largest purchase has so far been a key. Most avoided floor plans. The furnace, the wine cellar, and the rounduda. Highest grade in the classroom is 2nd grade. Okay. That's cool. I think there's 9 classrooms available. So we'll have to try to draft those again at some point. All right. Drafting studio. Sounds really cool. Select a new floor plan to permanently add to your state's draft. I mean, that's blocking off this entire east wing. But this sounds really cool. Also, I need to look in the library. Nope. No? Library, oddly enough, is none. I'm not even going to write down passageway. Library is none. I like the idea of permanently adding something to my draft pool. Unlock a room. Maybe the room is very important. I don't know. The whole fact that there's a thing in my YouTube saying, oh, here's an official speed run of Blueprints, and it's 36 minutes long, makes me go, I bet you that this room isn't needed, but it's probably really cool. Look at that. It's a blueprint. Oh, look at all these blueprints. More blueprints? Pawn. Drafting studio is a pawn. I'm not watching that video, by the way. The Great Hall partition plan for drafting strategy. Alrighty. Volume 1. And I checked out Volume 3 earlier. The drafting spectrum. It should come as to no surprise that the first color that comes to mind when speaking about blueprints is blue. And while it is true most architectural plans and designs are found on blue paper, it is not the only color on which floors are drafted. In fact, originally, they were not blue at all. Hundreds of years ago, the chemicals used to create floor plans caused coated paper to turn black when exposed to light. This raven hue, perhaps more fitting to the reigns of Horus, was decidedly more difficult to affix to architects' revisions edits to, and so blue was proposed as an ideal replacement, as it had no political ties to any other realms. By the Fourth Era, all floor plans were being printed on blue paper. Over the years, the fear of political connotation deferred to innovation. The use of colored prints eventually became popular with engineers and architects who used hues as a way to differentiate various types of buildings and rooms. Violent prints, for example, are only used when creating plans for a bedroom, while an orange floor plan will immediately inform the contractor that the print contains designs for a hallway. In this issue of drafting strategy, we will explore the different features of each type of floor plan and look at the underlying connections that tie each room to its color. The Most Violet Dreams, Architectic Digest's Guide to Bedrooms. The bedroom is often referred to as the heart of the home, and with good reason. It is the place where people can rest during a long day, where they can kick up their feet for a bit and recharge their batteries. Architects always use violet-bordered floor plans for bedrooms, and the comforting purple hues encountered while drafting will usually let a wary traveler know they have found a room in which they can rest up. Architects may wish to utilize bedroom strategies if they are the type who love to explore and backtrack frequently. Having an excess of steps usually affords bedroom enthusiasts the mobility to be more carefree with their plans for the day. Steps, average number of doors is 1 to 2. Extra items is likely. And synergies is sleeping mass, nursery, and the servants' quarters. I don't think I've found that room yet. Indoor Vardu. Green rooms are a wonderful way to bring the outdoors inside and provide a fresh air for the home. The abundance of plant life, rich soil, and natural resources in these spaces makes them extremely appealing for architects who enjoy gardening and open spaces. These floor plans are extremely synergistic, and strategies centered around green will often involve drafting as many of this color as possible. By the way, I've only gotten like 2 green rooms so far. The more green rooms you are able to draft in your house, the more powerful their effects will become. Additionally, these spaces are more likely than other types of rooms to contain piles of dirt for digging. Green rooms are often green. Often associated resource is gems. Average number of doors is 2 to 3. Often has extra items. And synergies are most green rooms, the shovel, and the watering can. The orange passageway. If the bedroom is the heart of the home, then hallways are the arteries, serving as diverging paths that branch out to connect different parts of the house and lead visitors to their intended destination. While these orange corridors are often overlooked as one travels through them, they are a vital component of any house. The numerous doors found in each hall provide the means to add more rooms to your house, and the more hallways you have, the less likely you are to draft yourself into a dead end. Hallway strategies are ideal for the architect who prefers more rooms and flexible options for expansion over pure resources. Associated resource is often time keys. The number of rooms, doors, typically is 3 to 4. Extra items is very rare, and synergies are with the foyer, the lockpick kit, and the hall pass. The gold trim architect digests to shops. Shops are an essential part of any large estate, providing a convenient place for the staff and residents to purchase items without having to leave the property. Including at least one of these floor plans in your house will provide you with an outlet for any coins that are found during the day. Strategies that involve generating lots of gold will usually want to draft multiple shop rooms to expand the range of shopping opportunities. These floor plans are bordered with shades of gold, enhancing the sense of luxury and refinement in the shopping experience. Whether it's a quick snack or a high-end fashion item, having a well-placed shop within the estate can greatly enhance the quality of life for the entire household. Shop's affinity usually associates with coins. Average number of doors is typically 2. Extra items, never for free. And synergies is the coin purse, the coupon book, and the vault, which I have not found yet. Oh! Negative space. Red rooms are a daring addition to any home, providing a small element of danger that can excite and thrill both residents and visitors. While these rooms come with a certain level of risk, they also offer the potential for substantial returns, as they provide as many doors as they do opportunities. Architects who are willing to take the plunge and draft a red room are often rewarded with a unique and striking space that leaves a lasting impression on those who enter. Just like in life, taking risks can be intimidating, but those who dare to venture outside their comfort zone can reap the greatest rewards. Associated resource vexation. Average number of doors is a high amount of 3 to 4. Seldomly has rare items and synergies with the shelter, tomato soup, and skilled players. Prismatic rooms. You may, on rare occasions, notice some floor plans that have more than one color in their design. These rooms are unique in that they simultaneously share all the characteristics of each type of room associated with those colors. For example, a floor plan with a violet and gold border would be best described as a bedroom shop, while an orange and green one might contain a corridor of greenery and plants. The aquarium is a very useful multicolored floor plan, as it supports all of the color-based strategies listed in this volume. For example, it can give you bonus steps for having a nursery, as well as being unlocked for having a foyer. And another example is the Mage Chamber, for being a red room for giving you a penalty, but a bedroom for giving you steps. Word from the editor. As we reach the end of this volume of drafting strategy, we hope you have found valuable insights and colorful inspiration for your next architectural project. From the purples of our dreams to the reds of our fears, we believe that no ambition for an architect is too brave and no design is too colorful. To achieve our goals, we must delve deep into the spectrum, drawing upon all colors and ideas of daring merit. At the end of the day, color is just another tool. Some wield it to express their own creativity. Some hoist it up as a display of their own power. Some use it to calculate great sums. But all of us want to find a color we can call all our own. I was hoping for, like, some music to be playing, but oh well. I gotta spin the globe. Okay, well, we're at 54 steps, so We're doing okay. In the drafting studio, you'll be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your drafting pool. Permanent changes do not reset each day. The potential new floor plans: the casino, games of chance, or the dovecote. Whenever you draw dovecote while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. Clock Tower. Tomorrow, you will start with one key for each of these rooms you draft today. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. I love gambling. See, I kind of want the casino for the whole gambling stuff. I think I'm mostly just going to lose all of my coins by getting it, but the dovecote. Being able to rotate floor plans, while drafting, you may rotate. See, this is just such a good room here, though. Because there are some moments where, like, a room gets drafted, and I'm like, oh, hopefully it faces this way. Nah, we're going to place it so that way there's no opening at all whatsoever. Yeah, okay, but casino would be funny. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can unlock all of these. I think I'm going to start with the dovecote. A towering loft serving home to many of the feathered locals of Mount Holly. As a devout birdwatcher and amateur ornithologist, Mary had petitioned her uncle for years for this to be built in the estate. I'm going to add it. Alright, that's what I want. That's what I'm going with. Room 46. This mention is only a number. Studio additions? Okay, that's cool. Well, another word to watch, attempt to pronounce it is always fun addition. Alrighty, hopefully this doesn't use a key. Foyer? Dang. A laboratory? Experimental house features. This is a room I haven't drafted yet. And I have one gem. This is honestly really bad, though, because I'm running out of all of my resources. Oh, man. It'll be a shame to have this run come to an end because I run out of keys and everything. Alrighty, so Drafting Studio has a pawn in it. The laboratory was noted as a very important room, so I'm expecting it to have a very important piece. Or it could just have none and just prove me wrong. None works as well. The periodic table of elements. This actually looks correct. I'm not going to study it because then y'all realize I don't actually know what it looks like. It looks like it has none. Alright, no chess pieces in here. Heating and cooling curves. H2O melting point. Randolph. I typically work over at Cinca Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I have been unable to find the laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success on the front. Can anybody tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. Kimberly Thompson. She was never heard from again. That looks important. Well, that looks like a secret code I gotta write down if any. We're gonna figure this out. So I need this letter, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Poo! The first letters are poo! P-U. Over here. S! I'm not reading that out. The next letter is H. Push. TH. Push. From here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Push there. Next one is 6. Push there, you. Number 7. What's the red memo say? Or is that not a red memo? I'll look at it in a moment, but the red memos lie, if we remember. Eight. I already forgot which one's 8. It's that one. Is it F? It is F. I'm going to put these all in full caps. 9, 10, 11. 9 is T, E, R, N, I. Push there up after knee. Knee! Push there up after 9. Interesting. Push the RE after 9? Can't read any of these other memos. I'll double check. So it's PU, and then SH, and then so I need to relook at 4, which is TH. So 5 is there. Oh, you were right. It'll be a lot easier. Push 3 up after 9. All right, well, we got a computer. Red note. I got to read. Effective immediately. Electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. All right, I forgot. All right, experiment setup, research logs. Let's read the research logs first. No experiments found. Research logs will be available the day after an experiment has been performed. Pause experiment, okay. Log into network, Swan Song. I'll call it be access from the office, remote terminal access. Shelter. Okay. Interesting. Experiment setup. In the laboratory, you're free to experiment by testing and combining different mechanics to create an original and unique house feature that will last until the end of the day. Select A, select B. For each bedroom you draft after the second, gain +1 star. What? Set your dice to 2. Interesting. Set the next 3 times you open a locked trunk, gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house? Well, I need keys. Oddly enough, I think we're just gonna, for each bedroom you draft after the second. I think it's a little late. So I think at this point, since we're honestly nearly done, we're just effective immediately. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Unless... You know what? Cancel. Exit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I want to see if I can get... If I can get 1 key, then I can mass duplicate my keys and then finish up the rest of this house just fine. Because I right now have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 halls. So I can get 2 keys now. If this gives me another hallway, like the East Wing hallway, then that would further improve my options. But no, that'd be too easy. Breaker box is something I actually want. I don't know if I reroll here. The commissary would allow me to potentially buy another key. I can also buy gems. I could buy a lot of different things from the commissary. But the utility closet's good. But this makes it to where we're not stuck on a dead end. But you can't get it. You're right! I really don't want it to be a dead end, though. But the breaker box will allow me to go both up and down safely from the dark room. I'm going to reroll. I really don't like any of these. Ooh. A patio's nice. That gives me gems in the terrace and the courtyard. Yeah, I guess we'll go to the patio. There should be mounds for me to dig up here. An old can. Wow. This is the second time I've drafted this room and regretted it. Oh, but there's my gem, and there's an apple a day to keep a doctor away. And once again, no pawn in a green room. No, not a single piece in a green room. Patio is none. We're gonna go get the utility closet here. Hey! That's the bell for the... Where is it? Dining room. I can now eat at the dining room. That's cool. All right, gymnasium, we're going to go and turn that off. Dark room, we're going to turn on. Garage, we're going to go and turn on. Doesn't matter about the keycard entry system. We have keycards available to us. Okay. I'm just going to double check. All right. This one needs to be white. All right, red. Green. Perfect. Did you figure out the light puzzles? At least this one we did. Just trying to see if there's anything else back here that we would want. This is the letter T. Plant and plan. And, of course, there's the T up there to help hint us what we're needing. So that's another letter. And the utility closet is none. At this point, I might just write down the rooms that have knights, bishops, and all that. So I don't think I should worry about pawns. Alrighty, all the way back to the dining room. We also failed to get a key. We'll come back to the laboratory. Oh, wait, what's in here? This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. So I have to find the boiler room. Which is cool and all. Checking to see if there's anything else I need to be paying attention to. There's only 4 rooms left that we don't have the letters, and all the 4 rooms is this one, the antechamber, and then these 2 down here on row 8. You have a lot of steps remaining, which is nice. Yep, that is very nice. And we're about to get even more. So I'm not too worried about steps. Please be something like a hallway. This is terrible. Walk-in closet. That's bad. My hope is... Alright, Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Greater chance of finding items. A little bit late, don't you think? There's still an item missing somewhere. I only got 3. There it is. It's gold. That is heavily unfortunate. So I still need... Ooh. What is this yucky dish? I'm sure it looks lovely to most people. Dinner is served. Today's main course, lemon glazed salmon, charbroiled Cajun spiced salmon, lemon butter sauce, and served over spinach leaf. Gives 20 steps, plus an additional 10 steps if you have an aquarium in your house. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have dinner. It looks incredibly, what do you mean, yucky? Alrighty. Also, I think I can access, if I log into the network, Swan Song. This way I don't have to walk all the way back. I'm just going to double check to see if I can. I don't like that most fish, but salmon look gladly eat. Yeah, unfortunately I can't get past the texture, but it tastes okay. Remote terminal access. Connecting to terminal. The terminal has been terminated. Welcome to Mount Holly Laboratory. Yeah, so we can. We have plenty of steps. Alright, dark room. Here we go. What do you got for me? Usually there seems to be an item like over here. There seems not to be one over here this time. Unfortunately, I don't have a magnifying glass to take a look at any of these pictures again and see if I can find something else better. Alright, so we have that security panel. We have 2 more. Dang. That's 4 or 5 security card terminal doors. So we might be out of doors, which is unfortunate. Verandas, greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Coat check will get me a coupon book, which I don't really need. Or the bunk room, which technically counts as 2 bedrooms, but I don't need it, because I don't have a nursery or anything to give me the benefits, and I don't have any items to, again, give me benefits. Coat check will allow me to get the coupon book back. Veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. I mean, we're almost out of green rooms, but I like my green rooms. Should I tell you, you passed something? Oh, hey. Broken lever. Lever? Hardly knew her. I would never leave you. Alright, so... I'm not finding any chess pieces. I'm only going to write down the rooms that have queens or kings at this point. Sledgehammer! Yes! That's exactly what I was looking for. That is really good. Also, we get a gem. Also, we get to dig this up. Whoops, that was meant to be a question. I'm not sure if I should tell you if Miss and I were not. Oh, I'd probably say, don't worry too much about it. I mean, sure, why not? You can. It's not as long as you're not sitting here going like, oh, by the way, the secret's in this room, and you need to look at this picture. Like, you know, don't do that stuff. But like the regular stuff, like, hey, missed a gem or something, you know, cool. I think that'll be fine. Alrighty, so we got a sledgehammer, which means I can go to security. Oh boy. You know what? Before we go into security, even though I just did, so I ate up a step, we're going to open up this room. We're going to see if I need a boudoir. That's not good. Almost out of... We are about to run out of... Hey, magnifying glass! We're about to run out of rooms. Because this is the only direction I can go at this point. I should have saved those rerolls. I mean, the patio ended up being good, but I haven't even gone back to the courtyard or the terrace to get my gems. And I don't have anything to spend my gems on right now. Office. Opportunity. The office. That is a room we need. The office has... I think that's the king. Now that I've seen the chess pieces, I'm pretty certain this is the king. So we are going to be required. In fact, we can go to the other one. No, it's definitely the king, because that's the other piece. We've got some gold here. This mole. Welcome to Mount Holly Home Office. Spread gold in the estate. I mean, I can. Alright, so... I also can still take care of the laboratory. Well, let me double check the laboratory. It's been a long time. Already been an hour and a half, and I'm still on the single run. Remote terminal access. We're gonna go to... We didn't get the shelter this time, but that's okay. Laboratory. Experiment setup. Continue with experiment. For each bedroom you draft after the second. We're not gonna do that. Immediately I can gain 1 key for every 2 hallways, which I only got 5. But the next 3 times you open a locked trunk, which we have 2 I haven't opened yet. So I can gain even more keys. So I can also set my dice to 2. I also really want to greed and get a whole bunch of stars. Because I could get at least 2 more stars, but dice would be more important. I don't have enough stars to go back and forth, though, so it would have to be the keys. So the real question is how do we reliably... How many of these can I open? Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, and Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I am not sure if the last title is intended to be herrings or hearings or herrings. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Lovely. But also... March of the Count is the only one not in red. I'm about to go to a 4th page of notes. We're gonna write this down. Flight of the Queen. I'm gonna write all these down. The Queen. March of the Count. I'm gonna put stars next to this one because this is the important one. Fall of the Lord. Passing of the Barons. And Herrings of the Major. First words on the something message. Well, again to note. So this is a safe. Something we cannot. Small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. One 809. 1809 is an important date. Another date that was written down was 7590. 1128. Two 285 2786 9083. All right, those are all the numbers I've written down. Unfortunately, not a single one of them are right. But we now know that not only is the office very important for the king, but it has a secret. It has a safe which has a red letter that we are looking for. Ain't that a shame? All right, we're going to go for a walk. We're going to spread gold in the estate. Spread gold down. Turn to main menu. Log into network. Swan song. Was it a king or a queen in this room? It's a king. So we're looking for a queen. Remote terminal access. View access terminals. Laboratory. Experiment setup. Continue with experiment. The next 3 times I open a locked trunk, gain one key for every 2 hallways in my house. Combine. After approval, this experiment feature will remain active for the rest of the day. Exit. All right, we need to go and break those crates. Forgot. Is there a chess piece in the boudoir? I'm not seeing one. I don't think this lampshade counts as one. I'm not seeing anything like a date on any of these. You know what that is a picture of? Christmas. 1, 2, 2, 5. That's crazy. Look what happens when I use my head. It's scary, I know. Do not be alarmed. All right. How do we spell boudoir? B U R D. I forgot how to spell barter, so joke's over. IOIR. And then it's going to be 12/25. That is one of the dates. Interesting. Four. Oh, where am I gonna put? Great. All right. I was gonna write down the note 4. All right. So the 4th. Slash 4 with a circle. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marian's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family, a name, nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware that of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies, and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. Daniel, no! Daniel. Alright. Letter 4 is from Daniel. Don't know. I don't think there's anything else super important about this. I don't think I'm going to find, like, any secrets. None of these letters or anything. Daniel is written differently. Nope, it's still the exact same. It's fine. What about in this red? The envelope. There's clearly a secret in here. Oh, inside. Yep. All right. Well, that's that. Experiment 1. The next 3 times I open a locked trunk, gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house, untested. Alright, I need to go and break a lock. Also, we have the hourglass. Not this one. Not this one either. This is a picture of the office. I'm looking for a date, but I'm unfortunately not finding any. That's a shame. I was hoping to actually have found something there. That one's already fine. I'm going to reread this note. HS is requesting another print of her ladyship, I assume, for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of an enclosed photograph. He said that the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Okay. Yeah, the memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Was there any chests in the walk-in closet? I'm trying to remember where all the chests were. I think there was one in the parlor. We're also going to get our gem from... Ah, there's one here. Boom, experiment successful. Hey, car keys! And no garage, so I can't do anything with that right now. We're still going to go all the way back to the entrance. Might as well. I want to go directly downwards through the bedroom. That'll help me save some steps. I did open this one. Nothing in the pantry or the closet, so I don't need to worry about that. Get 2 steps back for entering this room. And I'm going to break this box open. Experiment successful. Ooh, the lockpick kit. We got a lot of items, but not a lot for me to use them on. I don't think there's any more sledgehammers that I'm missing. So I don't think there's any. There's not any in the billiards room. There's none in the drawing room. None in the observatory. None in the corridor. None in this guest bedroom. I might want to pick something up in this terrace. But all that's in this terrace is going to be... Is there even anything for me to dig? No, there's nothing for me to dig in this terrace. This is where I found the shovel. But there's no shovel here. But there's a gem. I have 4 gems. I don't need to be spending those. Alright, we're going to go back to... Because we still have more than enough steps. We're going to go to our store. Select an item to trade. Probably the car keys. They all trade for a specific thing. Vault key. Magnifying glass trades for salt. I don't need steps. Sledgehammer for a compass. No, thank you. Broken lever for salt. Nope, no thank you. Lucky rabbit's foot for the vault key. Key card for vault key. Shovel for 2 ivory dice. I'm going to go ahead and trade for that. The compass... I can keep trading, right? Yeah, we can keep trading. Okay. Interesting. So... we're going to want the compass. Vault key 304. I don't think I need the car keys, so we're going to trade that away. I want to keep the sledgehammer. Ooh, Lucky Rabbit's Foot is now for 3 ivory dice. Key card for the metal detector. We're going to trade away the shovel. We're going to trade away the Lucky Rabbit. No trade. None on that. I think that's it for the sledgehammer. I could also gamble that I no longer have key cards. I don't think I need the metal detector, though. Alright. I think that's it when it comes to trades. Dynamite. Dang. Still won't let me take it. Oh, I'm gonna head off, enjoy the puzzles, and have a good night. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Yoppy. You have a great rest of your night. Okay. Back in we go. We have ivory dice. Got a lot of coins. Also, I do have a lot of coins also spread throughout the estate that I forgot that I should be looking for to pick up. Whoops. But we need to get back to the office. So what's the fastest way for me to get to the dining room? 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. We go through the way of the bedroom. Okay. Wow, I still haven't found any of the gold coins. That's crazy. Okay. I don't think there's any reason for me to go back to the utility closet. I kept the key card. I suppose I could have gotten rid of the key card and then just gone to the utility closet and deactivated the... I could have counted my steps. Oh well. I'm still looking for that gold that got distributed everywhere, but I'm not seeing it. All right. Let us see if we could finish this. The door's locked. Oof, none of these are good. I need something that goes in hopefully 4 directions, or at least 3. The archives it is. It's a good thing we did not get rid of that key card. There's an apple for us to eat. We need this letter. All right. Bat, or flying, or hover. Bat and boat. So, O. If we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. All right. Let us... Dang it. Exit. Key card first. Ooh, this archived plan is insanely rare. It's the furnace. Oh, and I got rid of my shovel. Is there any point to the furnace? There is nothing for me to click. So unfortunately, that is a negative. Well, that was cool, except for the fact that I'm running out of rooms. I don't need currency. I'm gonna redraw. The pool is perfect. Hey, and it remembered that we still don't have water in the pool. Okay, so I need to open this. Hopefully I can manually open this room myself, because we're there. One major key, one minor key in the music room. Alright, there's the minor key. Denoted in verse. Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue, but half the sheets are missing from the four you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among this scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys. In bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note and urgent plea. In bold words sung, I do repeat, the ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune, are likely going to get your due in all the rage that will ensue while working on this simple clue. White pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, and from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with ink that bleeds. I want to play the music. I want to play the piano. We got the key to the secret garden. Which means all I have to do is get all the way across to this room over here, and then we can make it to the antechamber. Okay, if we can make it. It's going to be really hard with these red rooms, though. Oh, it does not fit. Alright, regular key. We have enough keys. Lose half your steps. That is fine. We can make it there with the limited steps we have left. There's nothing in here in this weight room except a letter. I'm expecting it to be you. Rope? No. Hose? House. Yep, it's you. Oh, and I forgot to go back. I'll have to go back. It should be an I in that music room. Pump room. We found the vault. Alright, but we have to redraw these floor plans. The aquarium! Wait, freezes your account. The freezer freezes your accounts. Money, and that will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted until tomorrow. Fascinating. We're gonna grab the aquarium. There's a puddle in here. Another shovel? Today's the day. We got a coin. Might I unburden you of some uncumbersome coinage? Special keys. Secret garden key. I can't begin to describe how sad I am. Because the last places would have to be here in these two spots, but I can't get to these two spots. All right. Do I buy keys, even though I really don't need them anymore? I guess let's go back to the locksmith. Is there a chess piece in this aquarium? I could buy a special key. So I should try to get this room in the future. Alright, let's open this. Experiment successful, which got me even more keys? Alright. We are going to drain the entire aquarium. Which means the pool. 6. Just put water in. Number 3, what do you drain into? You'd go specifically into tank 1. Goodbye, fishies. Two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have enough steps. This is the archives room. And it's specifically pointing to the middle one in the archives, which we could walk back to. X marks the spot on the patio we have. So it's right in front of the grill. What is? I don't know. And this is the laundromat that I have not gotten yet. So, this patio, there's an X marks the spot here, but it's going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 steps to get there. We only have 8, so we can't make it there. I'm going to check to open this room. So this is the last room I can possibly open. Now we're going to try to see if we can use a secret garden key. I doubt it. Yeah, it doesn't fit. I think so I wonder if the secret garden key specifically has to be used on the west wing then. I forgot what the prism key does. Prism key. If you unlock a door with a prism key in a red room, you will draw floor plans of the same color. Well, we don't want that. So we're just going to use a normal key. We'll go in here. It's a sauna! Four, 3, 2, 1, 0. I really want to get the letter in the top corner, so I have to just ignore the sauna. But in the archives, we're looking for I feel like it's this one is what it's pointing to. And even though we have keys, okay. I don't think it's any of these. It's definitely not going to be these that are blocked off. Okay, so now I'm curious what that clue is referring to. Or at least I feel like it's a clue. Because it looked like it was pointing this way. But or does it involve having the room powered? Which would be silly, but once again, I failed to make it to the antechamber, but learned quite a bit, at least today. Got to try the experiment. The experiment thing was pretty cool. We found out some information. We opened up a safe. So today was not necessarily a complete loss. Where's my paintings? Chef, chief. It is if. So unless there's a random letter between the IF space WE, it literally spells out, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Now I'm just curious what that means. Dang it. Worth a shot. So what was our state for the day? The Garden Chateau. 5 green rooms. It was not the garden hall, the garden inn of the dead, like last time. Ah. I forgot to look at the chess piece for the music room, but I don't think it was a queen. So the real question is where's the queen located? Also, I need to figure out the password to the office. Well, that was a lot of fun. An interesting Mount Holly Garden Chateau we had today. We don't have the gravestones like we did last time. But yeah, so last time we used the secret garden key. It was right here where this veranda is. It's just really unfortunate that we weren't able to make it all the way to the end. We were right there! We also had so many steps, but this weight room did not help. I also didn't get to throw a coin into the wishing well to make a wish. It's not the end of the world. Oh, I should have done that when I was passing by the store. Unfortunately, I have to wake up tomorrow early in the morning, which means I have to be a responsible adult. It's lousy words, I have to say. So we're going to go and save and quit. That was a lot of fun. A 2.5-hour trek into the chateau once. That is Blueprints. It was our second day, and we literally just spent 2 hours on one day, but we got so much information. Look at all those rooms and all those chess pieces. Mostly pawn, none, knight, none, bishop, none, rook, none, pawn, none, pawn, none, knight. So we have 2 rooms that have knights. None, pawn, none. We have a king in the boudoir that has none. Might have a pawn, but I think it has none. Actually, no, it has none. It has none in there. That was a successful day. I am Honestly, I really don't want to put this game down. I am having a lot of fun, but I will, unless I have to do something, I'll be back tomorrow to trek into the estate one more time. Because once we could figure out which room has the queen in it, or we can figure out the password to the safe in the office. We also found out the laboratory is amazing, and we should definitely draft that every single chance we get. I also need to figure out what the 4th permanent upgrade is. Oh, and we have an allowance, so we're going to start off with a little bit of gold next time, so that'll be awesome. What gave us the allowance? The allowance was picked up by going to that shop. So I'll try going to that shop again, because there's a stat for allotted allowance. So I wonder if every time I pick that place, it'll improve it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I do want to try to get to that 46th room in the least time possible. All right, but no cheats, no spoilers. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And we'll see you all next time. You'll have a good one.